Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing, Mariota. And his first pass is in. Complete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Mariota again. Now get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. From the gun, Mariota. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And this would have been returned to right around the 38-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
10th carry now for Elliott. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Elliott fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Now Prescott throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick here is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Now the Titans getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
He's thrown one interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. David Irving breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. This is Elliott. Got some real estate inside the 30. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. Then the Cowboys will add on to their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Three. Keep it rolling. Set. Blue line.
A 1st down throw for Mariota. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
One.
A 2nd down throw here for Mariota. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. A good pickup there at 22.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To the air again. Mariota. Over the middle to Smith. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Twisting away. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. And it's 17-7. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Cowboys. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
First down, Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle 1st and 10 at the 45. Following the interception here, Mariota. He's got his man on the crossing route. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Mariota on first down. Dancing to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Throwing is Mariota. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Titans moving quickly here. They're in the hurry-up. Now Mariota. Got a man right side. It's Sharp. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Mariota to Sharp that time for a Titan first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the red zone now, Mariota. And his throw is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Mariota. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On third down, Mariota. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And Suckup will put this one right through, and they're back within a touchdown at 17-10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Daquan Jones able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. They'll run with Elliott. Finding some room at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Mariota now on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
There we go. Wide 80.
A second down throw for Prescott. Over the middle, it hits Austin. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. The Cowboys on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
I got 19. Here we go. Wide 80. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Wide 80.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Well, there's a reason he's called Riverboat Ron. Rivera going to leave the offense out on 4th down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A 20th carry here for Elliott. Skirts by at the 15. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go. Wide 80. Swing to the field, right. To the right.
And they'll run it here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. A try here for the extra point. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
I don't think what we just saw there was any surprise, because when Christian McCaffrey came out of Stanford, we knew he was a threat running it and catching it. And any way you can get the ball in his hands, he wanted to do so. Personally, I thought he ran the best routes of anyone coming out of his draft class, and that included the wide receivers.
Last year, 80 receptions, also in the return game. He's a bit of a Swiss Army knife, isn't he?
He certainly is. Every which way you want to go, however you want to package him, and I do think his running production will increase in 2018.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota being chased out left. Over the middle, complete. That's Taylor. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. The corner, Stephon Gilmore on the stop.
And while there is no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And some room to run. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. He's at the 30. 10. Flop touchdown. Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 77 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense, because you can hand it to him, as we've seen. What'd you say, 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught one as well.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in.
And this is caught at the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Tajay Sharp, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Suckup for the extra point. Extra point put through by Suckup. And that will shave one more off this lead. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Here you go. Here you go. It's coming now.
They go to Elliott again. Daquan Jones in on the tackle there.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Wide eight.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Drops it underneath to Elliott. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Right back to him on first down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
Here we go. Wide eight.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
It's coming now. Here we go. Wide eight.
Check, 53, fight. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 33 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. First down, Mariota. He's got his man Sharp complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Second down, Mariota. Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That catch good for 5. It's third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
1, 3, 3.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Steps away to his left. And he locates Walker, complete. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Mariota now to throw on first down. Buying time to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 25. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Tackle made by Kenny Vaccaro.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Here we go. Wide eight.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Here we go. Wide eight. Here we go. 47.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Cowboys, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. you